Hi, Marika here with another card tutorial, and today I am going to color this cute little Christmas fairy. She's called Twinkles by Make It Crafty, and then I'm gonna make a very clean and simple card, just kind of showcasing the gorgeousness of this little fairy. So this is Twinkles, and I've made cards with Twinkles before, but I just wanted some kind of comfortable coloring when I picked her up, and I decided to just record it while I was doing it, and I thought, well, why not make a video for you? So this is going to be the kind of fast forward, the speed paint version together with the card making. And then tomorrow I will be posting the real-time coloring with a voiceover where I will go in a little bit more details on the coloring. So I started out with my favorite winter color scheme for her skin. I usually have a little bit of a rosier skin color for my characters during the winter. I think it is the color schemes that I'm using during the winter kind of pops a little bit more when you have a rosy skin color. So the skin color combination is E000, E00, E21, E11, E04, R30 and R32. And the only really big difference in the color scheme is actually that I switch out my E50 to a E000. The E50 has a yellow undertone, so it kind of will mute the pinks for kind of more summery Caucasian skin. So then I'm going in with her hair. I'm doing the E40s, and what I'm doing here, I'm trying to separate the strands a little bit to make them pop around her face a little bit, and at the same time also trying to increase the depth in other places to give that illusion of roundness and making her hair like cute and cuddly, just like she is. The E40s, 40, 41, 42 and 43 is perfect colors for a kind of light brown to actually you can go all the way up to a platinum blonde. It's all in how much you use of the different colors. In this case I actually used pretty much of the E43 and the E42, so she's getting a much more a lighter brown. If I do a platinum blonde, I would go with much less of the E43 and E42, and even maybe leaving some white to kind of emphasize the blondness. And here is the double use. I'm using the 3, 1 and 00, and I'm using the warm grays because I like the warm grays. I'm using the uneven because at that point I hadn't bought my refills, so I couldn't use the 4, 2 and ordinary 0 that I'm usually using. It's just, you don't need both. I would say you only need every other of either in the gray you chooses, so either the uneven or the even ones, and they will make a perfect gray blend. For the rest of the details, I'm going in with G24, G43 and G40. This makes kind of a muted, a little bit towards the grayish tone of a green. I really like this green. It's really soft, kind of relaxing. Greens are actually very relaxing. And then just as I already shaded with the grays, I'm using a pretty light shade for the dots. I don't have to go in and do any other kind of shading on her. Then I'm using my EK Success cutter bees. That's what I was going to say. And cutting her out, cutting with a little bit of a white border to make her pop a little bit. And this is actually the real time. I'm taking a long time cutting, but that also gives me that nice little border. So doing it a little bit slower gives a better border, for me at least. And to finish her off, I'm going in with my Martha Stewart craft knife and cutting out the little holes so that she is all done. The card base is actually a pre-scored A2 card base from Simon Says Stamp that I'm just using my little silicone bone folder to sharpen that fold. Then I'm going to use this stamp set from My Favorite Things, and I'm going to use the stamp set Season Greeting. I'm stamping that with some Versamark ink. It's a see-through, very sticky ink that helps your embossing powder to stick on it. First I use a little embossing tool on top of the paper, because then you don't get a lot of stray embossing powder getting stuck everywhere else than on the image. And then I'm using my silver powder that has got a little bit cakey, but it's just, you can smudge it together and it will be all right and all like a powder, embossing powder should be. This is Ranger Silver embossing powder. And to finish that off, I am using my heat tool to heat set it. This is my favorite thing with embossing powders, when it kind of goes from this matte color to these metallic, beautiful shine. To fasten my little cut out fairy, I'm using some 3M Scotch tape, and then I'm just adding her on top of that little Seasons Greeting, and the card is almost done. I'm going in with the Wink of Stella pen. This is the clear Wink of Stella, and I'm actually coloring in her wings and her little bells on her bows to give those parts just a little bit extra shine and be a little bit Christmassy. And that is actually the card for today. I want to thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, just comment down below. Down below you find all the details of this card. You will also find all the Copics used when coloring this, and a link to my blog with a little bit of close-ups and so on. These are two other videos I made last year for my holiday series that I did then. Both stamps are from Make It Crafty. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!